Today on Eagle Nation News, Prosper is growing like never before, and Prosper ISD is working hard to keep up. Parker Reynolds listens to the voice of the Prosper community and what they're saying about the new Prosper bond and the big voting coming up. The spookiest season is approaching, and thrillers and jump scares never stop. Vivian Pecori takes to the hallways to hear what PHS students' favorite Halloween cult classic movies are. Prosper ISD athletics are always making a splash. Coleman Meyer dives into the story of the married couple who is coaching for two rivals teams. All this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation. Thank you for joining us. I'm Landry Long.
And I'm Callie Swick. We have a spooky but fun show for you today, highlighting the Prosper community and some Halloween fun. So stick around, ENN starts right now.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation. Thank you for joining us again here at Studio 301.
Today is Thursday, October 26th. We are live one day early because we will have our Blackout Pep Rally tomorrow to send off our Prosper Eagles into the Allen game.
I love the Blackout Pep Rally theme, but I also love seeing everyone's Halloween costumes today in the studio.
We have some pretty funny ones here, but right now I'm dressed up as a Cowboys football player because I love football and the Cowboys.
Well, I love the outfit. I have been grossed out about the weather recently, and so I've been wishing I was somewhere warm and sunny, and so I'm kind of dressed up as someone on vacation.
I love it, Landry. I know we had some pretty scary weather last night, though.
Yeah, I had to drive in it last night, and it was not fun. Due to the heavy rain, many students had a hard time going to school because of the road closures. Bradson Swick is outside to give us more information on the roads.
Thanks, Landry. As you can tell by the sky right behind me, last night we had some heavy rainfall, which did lead to flooding in the Prosper area. This also led to road closures and detours. And for example, right behind me is First Street, which actually did close this morning due to the flooding. I know the road closures like this did lead many of y'all to be late this morning, and the storms are forecasted to go into the weekend. That's all I have for you. Stay safe, students, and back to you, Landry and Callie, at the desk.
Thanks, Bradson. By the way, Mom said you need to be home and to stay dry. For all students, please take extra caution driving today.
I know I've heard students talking all morning about the craziness of trying to get to school because of the closed roads.
Yeah, me too. And I've also heard students talking about the new Prosper bond voting. With continued growth within Prosper ISD, the district is encouraging voters to vote for a new bond to fund that growth.
Parker Reynolds uncovers what a bond is and how it affects the Prosper community.
As the population of the town of Prosper grows, so does the need for development. And with an estimated student population growth of almost 18,000 in the next 10 years, Prosper ISD must find ways to develop at the same speed as the town.
So this past year, we opened 4 new facilities. We have several that are under construction right now. So that is something that is a constant for us, and it will be for the next 10 to 15 years that we'll be in the construction business, trying to make sure that we have school facilities, even if they're not a school facility, but a facility to support student learning.
In order to fund these new facilities, school districts across Texas rely on state-mandated bonds. Yet some oppose the idea of these bonds being used for school funding.
I can definitely see both perspectives. It is a very polarizing topic. With social media and especially TikTok, after Walnut Grove has become very popular and everyone knows it as the really expensive school in Texas, I think the fact that we're spending more money on another school makes a lot of people think that it's unnecessary, and it's just a matter of what people really think it should be going to, and that's definitely a debatable topic.
However, this support for the bond can be seen throughout the streets of Prosper.
You know, Prosper is such a hometown, and with all the mom and pop restaurants and convenience stores and stuff like that, it's interesting to see larger stores such as Target come in and eventually Costco and H-E-B possibly. With this exponential growth that's coming convenience-wise, it also needs to happen in the schools. Education is a priority at Prosper, and when people think that athletics takes over, there's a misunderstanding of what we're really here to do.
The district has proposed 4 different sections to its sizable bond proposals, with the largest being Proposition A, which includes funding for Richland High School and 10 other campuses, in addition to a new administrative building to accommodate the growing administrative staff needs. In addition to that, the updates would also include updates to older schools such as Rucker, Reynolds, and our own Prosper High School. The remaining proposals include a performing arts center and a second 8,000-seat stadium, which would become the state's most expensive stadium ever built. This stadium would help to accommodate 5 or 6 high schools as a part of Prosper ISD's master plan.
You know, as a principal, I think that because Prosper ISD is such a sought-out district for people who are coming here for the schools. When we have campuses that do need to be updated and modernized, it's a way, like I said, to support just the overall learning environment.
Voting for the bond extends from now until November 7th, so if you are 18 and registered to vote, make sure to let your voice be heard. At Town Hall, I'm Parker Reynolds reporting for Eagle Nation News.
It's really exciting to see the growth and all of the great things the district has planned if the bond gets passed.
You know, I'm really looking forward to see what Prosper holds for the future.
PISD is growing rapidly, just like the rapid success of our Prosper athletes. Game time is next. The Girls in STEM Club will be having their introductory meeting after school on Monday, October 30th in room 1256. The STEM Club's goal is to create a collaborative and nurturing environment where girls can feel free to explore topics in STEM and connect with other like-minded individuals. We offer space for tutoring for computer science, science fields, and opportunities to connect back with the community in STEM-related activities. We will have candy and discuss our plans for this year. We hope to see you there. As some of our fall sports are starting to come to a close, our coverage hasn't. Colton Boston is live in studio to give us a very special Game Time sports update.
Thanks, Landry. Running into our first sport is our Prosper cross country team, which played in the Region 1 6A championships on Monday. The girls team came home with a 10th place finish and the boys with a 7th place finish. But Max Miller finished 9th overall and even qualified for state. A huge congratulations to Max along with the rest of the team. Switching over to the court, our Lady Eagle volleyball team played their last game of the regular season against McKinney on Tuesday and continued their incredible season, winning 3-1. It was a great game for our Eagles, but an even better game for Aiden Ames with 23 kills with an average of 5.8 per set. Now they are 32-8 and they are second in district following McKinney Boyd. The Lady Eagles are now ranked 8th in the state of Texas and will play against the Wakeland Wolverines tomorrow at 6 p.m. for their first game in the playoffs. Switching over to the green is our boys and girls golf team. They played in the Plano ISD tournament series and had incredible finishes for both teams. The girls finished first and the boys finished second. Congratulations to our golf team. They will next play on Friday and Saturday in the Dragon 4-ball tournament at the Tangle Ridge Golf Club. Good luck to our golf team. Also playing on Saturday is our Lady Eagle basketball team. The Lady Eagles will kick off the 34-game season starting this Saturday at 10 a.m. against Melissa at PHS. Good luck to our basketball team. Now passing it to the field, our Prosper Eagle football team is currently 7-1 after winning 38-21 last Friday against Denton Braswell. The Eagles' defense was incredible, with the Bengals being held at 7 points for 2 quarters, and the offense was just as good, with the Eagles scoring 22 points in just 1 quarter. Tomorrow, the Eagles will face off against the 5-3 Allen Eagles. Last year, Prosper won 29-24. Let's hope to show Allen who the real Eagles are again tomorrow. Staying on the topic of football, there is one couple that is making headlines from TMZ to the NFL broadcast. Now, I know some people at the desk will love this news. Don't go anywhere. Talent Talk is up next, sponsored by Cookie Co.
In this locally owned and run store, cookies are made with real ingredients, real love, real good. So when you're in the mood for a delicious bite,
come try us out at Cookie Co Frisco.
Let's not wait any longer. What new couple is making all of the major headlines?
I think I might have a guess on who it is, and I think they might be in game.
Me too. Vivian, take it away with this week's Talent Talk.
Thanks, Callie. Speaking of the newest couple, Taylor has been seen once again with her football boy. After the Chiefs won this close game, Kelsey Swift and Nicole were seen hanging out at the Arrowhead Stadium. Kelsey posted a collage of photos from that night, sharing one of Swift giving him a kiss right on his cheek. The two then left side by side from the stadium, similar to their first meeting only a few weeks ago. Who knows? Will this be Taylor's new love story, or will we get a new song about heartbreak later next year? As Prosper High School prepares for Red Ribbon Week, the American singer Pink shares that she nearly died after an overdose at 16. She grew up in a house where, quote, "My parents were always screaming and throwing things at each other." That's when she got into her addiction, started an illegal business, dropped out of school, and was kicked out of her house. Her overdose occurred on Thanksgiving, giving Pink the wake-up call she needed. Clearly, Pink has found her way in life and is encouraging other people to not get involved with drugs. Moving on to the upcoming holiday, last Thursday I asked fellow students what they think the most successful horror movie is. Did anyone get it right?
I really don't know. I've only watched House of 1,000 Corpses. I thought that was good. The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman? Yeah, that's your final answer?
The B movie.
The B movie? Final answer? Locked in? Terrifying?
I'm going to say the first Scream movie that came out in the mid-90s. I'm thinking that made the most money overall as a horror movie.
It's It. It. Never watched it. She's never watched it. It's It.
That was the second one on the list.
That was the second one? Oh. No. Oh, no looking up? Okay. Authentic.
Is it? It's the B movie.
It's the B movie, guys. It's the B movie. It's It.
Oh, it's such a good movie, too. It is so good. Okay. All right, okay. I feel bad about that.
Thanks, Vivian. I have to say, there were definitely some good picks, but I personally love to watch all the Michael Myers movies during October to get me in the spooky mood.
I'm really not big on scary movies, but if I had to pick, I would probably pick like a classic, like The Shining or something, but I lean more towards lighthearted stuff like Hocus Pocus.
Those are always fun to watch too, especially the new ones that come out.
Also new, Prosper ISD has seen the addition of many new teachers, coaches, and staff over the last few years.
Coleman Meyer takes a dive into a unique Prosper ISD coaching story.
1, 2, 3, Eagles! After the end of the 2023 spring season, the Prosper High School swim team was left without a coach as former head swim coach Lena Harrington stepped away from the team. At the same time, the soon-to-open Walnut Grove High School was looking for a coach to get their team started. In the end, Prosper ISD found 2 coaches for the job with a unique story.
Mr. Coach Stroh and I swam together. We weren't friends, per se, until maybe older. When we got older, it's just someone you knew in town. When I got back from Olympic trials the second time, I needed someone to coach me before I went to USC.
So she asked me, can you be my coach? And I said, yeah, that would be great, but what would be better if we swam together? We started swimming together and training together, and lo and behold, she fell in love with me.
That's kind of where our adult story began, apart from being kids.
Mr. and Mrs. Coach Stroh have both worked to make sure that their teams got off to a strong start in 2023. But it wouldn't be a true start to the season without a little bit of a crosstown rivalry.
There definitely is some rivalry from time to time, whether who's going to swim what at the meets, a little bragging right.
Our 2 teams, it's obvious like there's a lot of like head-to-head with like Walnut Grove and Prosper and stuff like that, but then like we have our 2 coaches and they try to like soften that, but it doesn't work.
Even though it can be a rivalry, it's in really good fun and good spirit, and we don't really take that home. We just want each other's kids to do really well.
She's a very sweet person. She just builds people up, and her energy that she radiates, she's always happy, she's never down. She always thinks of the positive and is never like mad, I guess. She just helps us be better people.
Coach Stroh he's nice. He's opened the pool to us before practice to allow us to work. He'll talk to the individual more. He's just better.
I'm Coleman Meyer, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
You know, Angie, I just think it's so cool to learn about how this couple manages to work at 2 different schools and coaching the same sports, considering Walnut is our competition.
Yeah, me too. They truly represent the "We are one, we are Prosper" motto.
Definitely. Well, that's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Callie Swick.
And I'm Andrew Long. Have a great day and go Eagles!